So this will be a director's commentary of The Food Court King, which is a video where I go into the mall and I sit down in somebody's seat while they're eating. Now this is one of the first few really funny things that I felt like I filmed. And I kind of come up with this with the commander. I was at the mall. I was just kind of trying to think of funny things to do. There was one clip I posted on Twitter where there's this kind of short, bald guy, and I think the clip is on here too. And I followed him and asked him a couple questions, and he yelled at me, and it was kind of funny, but kind of not. It's really short, but basically before I went to the mall, me and the commander, Jace Connors, we had brainstormed. Like, I had a list of interview questions because I wasn't super comfortable speaking to people and like doing the hassle type shit yet. I was still kind of just uncomfortable and nervous, so I was still just kind of easing my way into it. So we had come up with a list of like interview questions, like, are you proud of Obama? What do you think about traps? If MLK was alive today, would he be a gamer? What games would he play? So on, so forth, stuff like that. So I had really just been asking people questions, mostly just trying to get like reactions that way. Like, what are your thoughts in Syria? How many pets do you have? What is your favorite fast food restaurant? Would you be gay for $500? Just kind of throwing in some weird stuff like that, like. What kind of superpower or weapon would MLK use to vanquish his foes? Like, just kind of goofy, inflammatory stuff. But then while I was at the mall, I was in the food court, and I was texting back and forth with the commander. He was kind of my man on the ground, so to speak. He was like a Lester in GTA 5, providing me intel. And I'm in the food court, and I'm like, well, what if I just sat down in somebody's seat when they get up, and I see this guy and this other older gentleman and this older lady, um, in the food court, and I was like, yo, I'm gonna sit in their seat and see what happens. And I kind of stood there for a couple minutes and just was kind of nervous. I guess the guy was in the bathroom or getting drinks or something, and then I finally sat down and I just kind of started, hitting them with a few lines. They started getting pissed off. They get madder and madder. The guy said he had a gun. He wanted to shoot me, which I thought was really funny. He said something about hurting me if I ate his food, and the only reason I didn't eat his food is because I was worried that if the police were called, that would be some sort of legal thing, and I would, technically be like not stealing, but if you touch somebody else's property, there's like all kinds of weird shit that can happen. And I try when I'm out doing this stuff. One of the rules I have is I try not to touch anybody. I try not to touch anybody's property, so that when the authorities inevitably get involved, that I will be, all I did was sit down. I didn't touch his food. I didn't touch his husband. I didn't touch his mom. All I did was vape a little bit, and I sat there, So if anything happens, I can get off pretty much scot-free, And then, so I sat there for a couple minutes. I'm shooting the shit with him, Then the mall cop comes up, and there's a lot of people that are like, "Oh, he's such a pussy." When the mall cop comes, he just leaves right away, and that's kind of what you have to do if you're filming this kind of stuff. If somebody shows up, you have to leave. If an authority figure shows up, you can push it a little bit, but you basically have to just kind of comply. Otherwise, you could potentially be, end up breaking the law. You get some sort of legal trouble, which is, generally something that you want to avoid when you're filming this stuff, so that you can continue to do so. And like, the security guard showed up. He's kind of stupid, to put it like like I basically am telling him, like, this guy said he was going to shoot me, and he said, well, you sat in his seat. It's like, well, you can't threaten to kill someone because you sat in your seat, whatever. So I walk with him. I talk with him. There's another part of this that I don't think is uploaded anywhere, where he talks. It's not really funny or entertaining. It's just kind of like background information, where he talks to his superior, and they banned me from the mall for like a year or something like that for sitting in that guy's seat, which I thought was really funny. They said that I couldn't come back to that mall, which is like, nowhere near where I live. It's not a mall I would go to on any sort of regular basis. But I was banned from the mall for a year and told that if I came back in that year, I would be arrested or escorted up by the police or some, bullshit like that, which I found to be very humorous, to be banned from a mall for a calendar year for sitting in someone's seat at the food court. There's not. I guess there's not a lot of background info for this one. It was pretty straightforward, but I plan on doing more of these for more of the more in-depth hassles, I guess. But for now, I guess it's the end of this one. But enjoy, and there's more of these to come.
Okay. I will not sit in somebody's seat. Okay. Okay. I won't do it. He threatened to shoot me though, and then he said he was going to hit me while you were standing right there.
You sat down on his plate.
I sat in his seat and he threatened to shoot me in the head, man. So just to be clear, okay, sitting in someone's seat is worse than threatening to shoot somebody. I sat down in somebody's seat and they threatened to shoot me. They threatened to shoot me in the head.
Perfect.
Congratulations. You